This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions,
Welcome, geeks, gamers, and everyone ready for some entertainment. This is the completely necessary podcast where we bring video game guys, or guys so far, I don't know any video game girls, and movie fans, and bring them together to talk about stuff. There's a lot of gaming to talk about this week.
Yeah,
because we know now what all of the next-gen consoles are going to look like.
I know, right?
The Xbox, the PS5, and the Amico.
what's that beeping sound?
I don't know. I hear
like a
beeping
car
sound.
alarm or something.
Oh, that's coming from outside in my neighborhood. It's 7:00 here, so that means there's everybody's banging drums and pots and pans for the frontline service people during COVID.
Oh,
Okay.
I was confused. I was confused. I didn't know what that was. All
Yeah,
right.
it's for all the first responders and stuff. Everybody just goes out on their steps and bangs pots and pans throughout the city, and all you hear is a big clamor. So that's what you're hearing.
Oh, that's supporting those first responders. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, almost like anybody who's a frontline staffer that's helping through the chaos of COVID, so they do that. So I should have warned you guys.
No, that's nice. That's nice that they do that. Support people, putting their lives on the line, doing their job. Yeah, for sure. The ambassador says this should be a good discussion. I hope it will. We're gonna maybe Tommy,
I saw his
Tommy
his
might show
Jurassic
up, I'm not
Park
sure.
episode.
The ambassador had a Jurassic Park watch party.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? The
well,
first
I mean,
one?
it wasn't a watch party. It was like a discussion / review.
Oh, okay.
He had the guest from last night that we had on. I forget his name. He's the one with the toy collection.
Oh yeah, Pete. I found someone more hardcore collector than you. He's just not in video. He's not in video games. He's in action figures. He has like every.
Wow.
I'll send you a link to the video and tell you where to start. This video, his collection shot like I couldn't regain control of my stream. People are just like, forget Max. I want to see his toys.
Oh yeah, man, toys are awesome.
He went all around the house. He has like all Star Wars, Justice League, Tron, every action figure you could think of. It was amazing.
Sweet.
His name's Enosh, and his channel's name's Poindexter Lounge.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Poindexter.
Yeah,
That's
Enosh
great. That's an awesome name.
Yeah,
I like
Enosh was
Funko Pops. I have like some action figures, but not like I like Funko Pops, but I'm not hardcore into toys at all.
All right. It's
Enosh
a
was on
good thing.
Ambassador's
My first
discussion.
Funko, actually.
You'd run out of room, Pete, if you did.
Yes,
I mean, we got to pick and choose. We got to pick and choose. Like I'm a game collector.
Yeah.
And a movie
I'm a
collector.
movie collector.
I went all digital.
I have
with my
some
movies a
toys,
while
but
ago.
not.
Oh no, that's blasphemy.
I did. I went all digital about 7-8 years ago for films.
Oh really?
Well,
just ran
I'm
out of
more
room.
digital when it comes to music.
Yeah, I'm digital with music too.
I have records. I have a record.
It's more convenient, I guess.
It is.
I have like one CD, and it's for that anime
I have a
show
couple
called
CDs.
Cowboy Bebop.
I have some cassettes.
You still have cassettes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I grew up. I'm a 80s boy.
I can't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost bought
used to have-
the cassette tape for Guardians of the Galaxy, the soundtrack, Awesome Mix Volume 1.
Yeah, that's a good
But
one. to have.
I decided against it.
Okay, so Kansas
I-
Joswell says.
I got Rush CDs.
Oh, Rush, that's a good band. Alt rock, Canada's secret weapon.
Yeah, there's lots of Rush fans. Yeah.
Yeah, like too bad
Oh, yeah.
though with Neil Peart passing away just a little while
Deep
ago.
cuts like
Oh, really?
Hemisphere.
The drummer for Rush, like he was
Oh yeah.
I didn't
considered
know.
probably top 10 drummers of all time.
Oh
I
yeah.
would think so.
I didn't
Just
know that.
passed away.
Well,
Easily.
that was real recent. I missed that one.
Yeah, I think Neil Peart passed away about 2 months ago, maybe 3.
Earlier this last year.
Was it last
Yeah.
year? Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
just a blur these days now. It's just
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's too many.
It might have been. I think it was late last year, but I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure.
I can't believe it's June already, so that tells you everything. I just felt like yesterday was January.
Yeah. Well, Akansa Jiswell says Man of Steel is 7 years
Yeah.
today.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I do too. I do
Love
too.
that
That's-
movie.
Speaking of which, have you noticed that when Zack Snyder did his commentary for Man of Steel, hardly anybody talked about the commentary. They all focused on the Snyder Cut announcement.
Yeah, I got to go back. I was watching the end. I got to go back and watch it when I watch my. I do have Man of Steel physical, Steelbook 3D. I have it multiple. I have like 3 versions of it, but I got to watch that and the commentary with Zack Snyder at the same time because I was too focused on is he going to announce it? Is he going to announce the Snyder Cut? That I wasn't paying attention, and I was working. It was during the day. We do have to steer towards video game talk at the beginning, though. Sci-fi. We got.
Yeah, let's,
We can. I'm always down for some Justice League. If you want to show something after, I think you do. I got something to show you that'll tell you how hardcore I am into DC. But
okay, yeah, for sure.
And it actually contradicts an earlier statement I made about collecting or going digital in certain things.
All right, cool. Yeah, I would like to see. I want to try to do show and tell. Show something you got. I kind of thought about this last moment, Brian, and sci-fi. So I don't know if you have like a Blu-ray or something you want to show. Actually, Brian just showed his Rush CD, so that qualifies.
Okay, you want me to show what I got then?
Oh yeah.
Okay, can you kick me out for 2 seconds?
Oh yeah.
'Cause-
I did that too quick. Sorry. All right, and then we are going to talk about the best. We're going to talk about console design. Now, I think he's back. All right, he's back. Oh wow, that's not digital only.
This is
Nice.
every DC animated movie.
Oh, the animated movies, cool.
All the animated movies.
I have to. You know what?
And I'm going through and rewatching them all, so I've got.
Can I request a small video, like your top 5 animated DC movies? Then, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
could probably
rewatch,
do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I've missed a lot of.
I do
animated
comic book reviews. I just finished Superman 18 from November 2019. Where Clark Kent's big reveal.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if you follow comic books, but Superman, the recent volume of Superman comics, they just did. They switched the series up, and Clark Kent has been Superman's revealed to the world as Clark Kent. So it started in Superman 18 on October or November 10th, 2019. That episode came out. So
Cool. You have some old school comic books too?
I got my original comic book, which is right behind me. That's my original comic I bought. That's from 1977 for 40 cents. My mom bought me that. That's right there.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I have
That's nice.
right here about 900 comics from 1977 through to
wow.
when I stopped collecting Superman comics in 93.
Man, Pete wins.
Yeah, I only collect Superman and if Superman's in an appearance of Justice League or other comics.
I do have something cool for show and tell though. One of my systems that I've always wanted. I love this system and I never had it. And I've tried to go along with Neo Geo with their mini consoles. I bought the Neo. I was like super excited for the Neo Geo X Gold because it looked like an AES system, and then you could take it on the go. And I sold it last year. And I didn't buy this. I should have pre-ordered right away, so I paid a little bit more than I should have. But I got the Samurai Showdown.
Oh, you got that from the AES. Oh my gosh. I so want to collect
No, this isn't the AES. This is the Switch for the new Samurai Showdown reboot. But it comes in a shock box.
It comes in an AES. Yeah. Oh wow.
And I could show inside. It has something else that's rare inside. That's going to be very rare in the future. And I pre-ordered my Neo Geo my Samurai Showdown collection for the Switch 2. And it's in the shock box. You have to import to Europe because they don't have this in the States. So it comes with Samurai Showdown.
Yeah.
And then it has this. Neo Geo Pocket.
Oh, sweet.
Game on physical. They have it in the digital store, but this is going to be rare in the future.
Oh
physical.
shoot. Yeah, man.
Really hard to get.
I think the Switch is the last console that physical media will be collectible for.
Oh, yes.
Mainstream console, just because PS4 and Xbox One, everything's downloaded now. You get the disc, and 100 gigs come off the cloud, and then that's even going to get worse. And I think now, like in PS5, Xbox One era, the discs, when you do get them, are only just for copy protection. Basically, you put it in, and everything gets downloaded. Just like when you put a 360 game in an Xbox One console now, you still have to download the full game to play it.
Yes, I agree. It's one of the best.
That's kind of cheap.
Well, it's true. I just played Kingdoms of Amalur, and originally it's a 7 gig game. I put the 360 disc in my Xbox One, and thinking I probably patch for 200 meg. Nope, 6.87 gigs downloaded, so it downloads the entire game again.
Yeah, I get frustrated with that too, Pete.
I'm like, whatever. I'm
pet peeve of
done.
mine. Yeah, that's a pet
That's why I
peeve
don't
of mine.
collect for anything mainstream anymore. It's not worth it.
Well, the
servers
Switch
will die.
What about the Switch though? The Switch.
I stopped this year.
Really?
I got the games like you recommended a game because I know it's not going to get a patch because the game's been out long enough that you're going to get the full version of it. Like, when you buy through limited run or super rare games or red art games, they're giving you games that aren't getting updated anymore. So what you get on the cart is the full game.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about getting an update later. But I'm done collecting anything mainstream now.
See, I like to get the rare stuff on Switch. I focus on the limited run.
Yeah, I will too, but not like the next Luigi's Mansion, for example.
Oh,
That's going to get a day one 300 megabyte pack.
Is that the second one or the third one that's coming out? Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, the third one just dropped last October. Yeah.
Oh, so it's the fourth coming out then.
Oh no, I'm just using that as example sci-fi.
Yeah, there are too many memes about the new systems. The fridge, because I covered this in another live stream before. Max, do more PS5 memes. There's a lot of memes coming out. It's funny.
I like the one about. Was it the one Max you
Hi,
sent?
Sauron.
Did you tweet the? Who was it that tweeted? It looks like it's a PS3 cosplaying as a Wii. That's what the PS5. Was that you that tweeted that?
I don't know if I tweeted that. There's
someone tweeted that, and I started laughing. I'm like, oh, that's too funny.
That's actually where I thought of this episode. The best designs of all time. You're not games, not content, not graphic quality, just based on because I have nostalgia based on some designs. And ones that you want that you maybe don't have. Pete might have all the ones he wants. There is one that I want that I don't have.
I have one that I want and I don't have, and it's the Neo Geo CD. Like, I'd love to have that console, or the Neo Geo AES.
Yes, I would love the AES too, but then I wouldn't be able to fire. I would have to get this comparable EverDrive for it because I can't pay that much for games.
Yeah, they're like, I think the cheapest game's like $150, $200 or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
Nice.
At least the CD games are cheap, but then you got to wait 30 minutes for it to load.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, Zeverfet. Turn on super chats. No, I'm not gonna do it. Thanks.
Don't turn on super chat.
I'm not against
what is super chats anyway? I have no idea what a super chat is.
Don't they?
It's like a special
something
type
bad?
of chat in. It's like
Basically a
certain
tip
type of-
function.
So there's the chat here. People could pay you for it. And
if they get a super chat, you read their chat. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I pretty much try to read everyone.
You read everybody anyway. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets harder to read all of them once you get to like over 100,000 or 1 million subs.
Eddie Glue, I have to have you on sometime, Eddie.
Mr. Glue, hey Eddie, how you doing, buddy?
Amico, physical games will be very cool and unique and collectible. I think that's what we think too.
I think collectible, unique, absolutely. Then you have to be, if they're rare, then they become collectible on a different level, right? That's all.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be rare there too. So, because most people will buy digitally on the Miko. It's my belief anyway.
And it's something that benefits GameStop and possibly other retro stores. I don't know if retro stores are going to cover that or have it at first. I'd probably have to ask Tommy that in the future.
Yeah.
If he's also going out besides GameStop, like if he's working with other, I don't know, not chain, but mom and pop shops.
We'll find out in time, I think.
Or if resale shops are gonna, they'll probably.
Well, they'll get them eventually because people want to sell them once they're done, right? Like anything,
Yeah.
no matter how much you love a console, at the end of the day, for some people, paying rent and eating is more important than playing games, and they'll get rid of it, right? So
The PS5 kind of looks like plastic that melted out in the sun. LOL.
easy now, Eddie. Easy. Come on, man. Come on.
Well,
They're trying something.
I have to. This is just the cardboard inside the. I got to put it back. It is expensive.
Oh. You know what?
Oh,
Remember with the Xbox
Uh.
360, they had nameplates on their stuff, like designer plates.
Yeah,
It's just,
I didn't.
Oh, that's like a booklet.
Art book.
Oh, that's cool.
That is awesome. Where'd you get that from? Which distributor?
Wow.
Oh, I had to get it on eBay,
Oh,
and I did, and I paid more than I should have because I was like, oh, I'm
that
gonna
is
start-
eBay, right? Like I've bought stuff from eBay too, but at the end of the day, if I wanted
hate-
it and I
I
enjoy
hate-
it, I buy it.
Yeah, I hate buying more than I want, but then I was like, I'm pre-ordering the Samurai Shodown anthology to get a shock box, and I want this to go right beside it, and hopefully,
Sweet.
I gotta think of the site I ordered from.
I do Zeverfet.
Pixel Heart Games, I think. If you've heard of them, they do
No.
these collections. They haven't been doing it for super long, I don't think. But yeah, if SNK keeps doing these, I want a Metal Slug and a shock box. So I mean, that's the other thing I love about Neo Geo is these. I don't want to gloat here or anything, but I love having a shock box. It's something I always wanted. I always wanted a Neo Geo. I love all of the games. I love all of the games. So if there's and I do I get ROMs, but if there's a way to do it legally, I will. I support legal, gaming. I put that on the forefront. I do have an EverDrive, but yeah. All right, so let's get to the images.
I'll answer Zeverfet's question. Anybody own an S Gold Legend of Zelda cartridge? I do. That's for I do have that one. I have a complete in box. Though I am missing the map, so it's not totally complete.
Complete. Almost complete.
I need to find a map.
I had just the cartridge. I did have the special edition of Nintendo 64 Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition Gold that I sold last year. I keep telling my retro friends, you met me at the wrong time. I had some good stuff that I sold. I would have given good deals on it because I sold it to a resale shop. But I mean that helped them. Whatever. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so let's look at this article. Where is this article? TheGuardian.com. The 10 most beautiful video game consoles of all time. They have the
I
Atari
wonder if
VCS.
the PS4 is going to be on there.
Well, we'll see. The Atari VCS. I do like the look of it. I used to have an Atari. I never had an Intellivision. I'll tell you that. Even though I'm getting the Amico, I never had an Intellivision. I went from Atari to Nintendo to Genesis. That's when I was growing up. But I'm real excited.
They worked on that one in my hometown.
Oh, really? Cool. All right, so let's get to this one. I might be losing game cred. I didn't know about this one. Did you know about this, Pete? The Sega Mark III?
Oh yeah. That was only released in Japan, right? That never ever came over here.
Yeah, I didn't know about this one, and it's on the best console designs of all time. That looks. I mean, I don't know if I like the design of it. It's interesting looking. The predecessor to the Sega Master System.
Yeah.
Resembles a gadget from Sci-Fi Anime or set of 2001: A Space Odyssey. I have to agree with that. That's interesting looking.
Sega threw a lot of stuff at the board before the Master
pretty
System
cool.
and after that, just trying to kind of compete with Nintendo.
Yeah. Now the Sega Mega Drive or the Genesis, that's one of my favorites. I love the design. I still have mine, even though I sold all my games. And I got the Mini recently. I do like that design.
Yeah, I'm not big on the Genesis Mega Drive. I find that it's like with all the buttons and stuff. I don't know what it was trying to do aesthetically with the round disc-like system, and then the slider and the headset. And I'm like, what is it trying to be? I just couldn't.
Oh, okay. I understand that. I just it's nostalgia for me. My Nintendo broke. I've told this story before. I was poor when I was growing up. My mom used to get me grocery store rentals, and I used to do that. And I tried the cleaner, and it just if back in the day really used Nintendo cards, it didn't do good on your Nintendo. And my Nintendo broke, and then I got a Sega Genesis, and I loved it. And I think I got that. I think that was my first one that was new, too. My first new console. Someone gave me my Nintendo. Sega had Pong clone consoles before the Mark series.
Oh yeah, they were desperately trying to get into the home entertainment in gaming industry for the longest time in Japan.
Never gelled with Sega games. Always thought the SNES had better IPs. Yes, I'm gonna open my box, my collection. That's something I promised I was gonna try to drag Pete back. Is I'm gonna open a box. I haven't looked at my SNES collection in a while.
Oh, you could have some gems in there, Max.
I do have some gems.
Gems.
I sold my most expensive one was Wild Guns Complete.
Oh, sweet! That is such a good game too.
Yeah, I have to get it. I have to buy it again for the Switch. That's the other reason I sold it. Is like I can get it. Although if I don't act quick, it's gonna go. It's gonna be rare for the Switch too. Link to the Past. My first console was Intellivision, but it was for
Link
the
to
whole
the Past
family.
is good.
Christmas in '82. Yova, I can't do memes all the time. I cover all the memes. All right, so
Memes, you mean?
yeah.
What's
Nintendo
memes?
Nintendo GameCube. Is it too simple, or was it an excellent design?
I like
GameCube.
the design. My cousin
I loved it.
had that.
What about you, Pete?
Thing was a tank.
Nah, I'm like,
Too
got a
boring?
handle. I got a handle on it. It was underpowered compared to the Xbox.
I like the little
proprietary
intro it had.
disc. I did like the 4 ports, and then I really hated the fact it had its own proprietary digital out, and then they removed that. Now the GameCube was a lost generation for me. I didn't even look at it. I have it now. I have the GameCube. I have about 10 GameCubes because I bought lots over the last 10 years, and it's packed in a as much as this is how much I like the GameCube. I have about 300 GameCube games. They're all packed in a box in my garage somewhere where I don't care where they're at with all the GameCubes. That's as much as I think about the GameCube and the aesthetics of the system.
Oh wow!
Oh. Well,
And
like
I
the
can't
little,
tell you my favorite GameCube game because I don't have one.
Rogue
I got
Squadron.
it the week it came out.
Rogue Squadron, Star Wars, yeah, it's okay.
Oh,
Rogue Squadron was
man.
good.
I was playing Xbox then. I jumped on the Xbox. I love my Xbox to
yeah.
death.
I got GameCube.
NASCAR Race for the Chase 2005.
Oh, I
Did
don't have
you,
that one. What's that? Sci-fi?
I was gonna ask, did you play Mortal Kombat Deception on the GameCube?
I have it on the Xbox because it's a better version.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that game
that's
was fun.
fun. Oh, this is one I really want. Game Boy Micro. Isn't that for Game Boy Advance? I really want.
Yeah,
They're
and-
expensive now, though.
Yeah, but that's another joke of a system that they just went for a money grab. It was a money grab by Nintendo. Come on, think about it. Let's
This
take a GBA. Let's
Uh-huh.
make it even smaller,
Yeah.
have less features, and sell it for just as much or more.
Yeah, but this is better than the Game Gear Micro. That's a joke.
By this much. I'm sorry. Like, I love Nintendo. I grew up as a Nintendo kid, and I love them, but I don't appreciate companies just money grabbing and going after their consumer base over and over and over again. And the GBA is guilty of that significantly during that.
That
Well,
nostalgia.
they improved each time, though. They improved.
No, but this one, they didn't improve it. They made the screen smaller than the GBA SP and the
it's
101 and the 01.
Man, that's pocket size. I could pull that out at work.
And I think they took away the Game Boy Color and Game Boy backwards compat with this one. I'm not sure, though. I shouldn't say that. The chat will know.
I wish I could. Well, ask Pete. He has 10 of them.
Yeah, I can't find them, though. It's not worth the effort to go find
Mario Sunshine. Yeah, I love Mario. I really hope.
Yeah,
I really hope they do a remaster of Mario Sunshine. I love that game.
yeah, it's a good game. Even though I didn't really play it, I just
Me
watched
neither,
my
I didn't
cousin
play
play it.
It's the one
But
Mario generation.
We are going to ask later each person who in the chat what design is better. because I think that's something that's missed on the next gen. But I think they really looked at design hard for the Amico. I'm not saying they didn't for the Xbox and the PS5, but it's superior to me. And I know they're gonna say Cult of Tommy and stuff like that, but I honestly, it just looks more interesting. It's more compact for your.
Stop spoiling your own show, Max.
I am.
Well, I mean, Phobic
Spoiler
Zero's
alert.
gonna be the only one complaining.
Yeah. Dorkalicious says, best console design goes to whatever doesn't overheat.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. You know why? That's why I went on the Xbox, Max. I might have told you before. I was a PS2 guy all the way.
Mhm.
Played the PS2 one weekend, played a little bit too much of it, I guess, and it just overheated and burnt up. And I went and got an Xbox. And that whole generation, I was an Xbox guy.
Mhm.
Because of the
I've
fact
been
that
a
it was not
PlayStation guy
the
all
fat
my life.
PS2 was built so badly.
Yeah. I never. Go ahead, Sci-Fi.
I don't think I've ever had a Xbox or Nintendo system. I've only ever had a PlayStation console. Like I had the PS1, PS2, and PS4.
Xbox looks like a huge brick. I love it. It looks like a freaking powerhouse.
I love the Xbox design.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, I don't really like either design, to be honest with you. That's kind of my take.
That's not a good take, Sci-Fi, because that's the whole idea.
Well, think about it, though.
We're talking about the best designs.
But Max, he's not wrong. I mean, there's not been a lot of good-looking consoles, man.
Right?
Think about
That's
it.
true. That's true.
Think about it, man. It's like when they stopped making them, like in the 80s or mid 80s, they stopped making consoles look like they should fit into your home decor. Instead, they started all looking like VCRs or variations of boxes in a lot of ways. But you remember the Intellivision, like Eddie goes, they had wood grain on that. The Atari had wood grain. I mean, those
I'll tell you.
Design influences on them that was more than just.
I'll be honest. I did not like the design of the Amico Founders Edition with the wood grain at first, and then it grew on me, and I was like, "Yeah, I do like it. It's interesting." I don't know. Something just changed in me, and I do have that pre-ordered, and the Galaxy Purple. I like the way consoles are. I also have some collector's edition consoles, which I will have to save that. Pete, if you have any special edition.
Whoa, just right there, I got my crystal box sitting right there.
Oh man!
Under a nice little thing. That's my player.
I do like the
Other
design of the
crystals in a box.
PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
It looks like a
think
pizza pocket.
I think.
Yeah, that was cool. I still
Now
have my
there's a
PS
system right
PS
there.
Vita is one of the
PS
best
Vita.
designed consoles or
PS Vita, yeah.
handhelds of all time.
Have you like I'm a huge handheld gamer. Surprise. My hands never get tired ever playing the Vita or the PSP for that matter. Like I just found them like just so ergonomically comfortable.
I don't have that many games for my Vita. I got it later. I got it used.
Such a good system.
And I just have the black. I wish I had a cool color. I don't
like
have
the blue.
Oh yeah. Is that you have to import for that one?
Yeah, nope. They add a special edition in North America of just the kind of a different blue than the Japanese one. I wish I had. I can't reach it. I have it here, but I just think the Vita was probably the sexiest, best looking you could ever make a handheld.
Right. It's a shame that that's when they got out. They were right on track.
Yeah.
Here's the 3DS, which I don't think the 3DS looks that great. Its function's good.
It is the best functioning and best protective handheld ever made.
Is it the only 3D
really
handheld
cool,
ever made?
Because you flip that screen down and it's freaking amazing.
Is it the only one capable of 3D?
Oh gosh,
I think it is.
I think it is the only one. Yeah, and the 3D doesn't work that bad after they fixed it after the first generation.
Yeah,
The
I
little
like the
boxy
3D.
one.
Listen, I like 3D, so I'm never getting rid of that system. Xbox One S, 2016, and the Mini NES.
Max, you'll appreciate this, Max.
They didn't even put the PS4 on there. I'm kind of disappointed in this list
Hey Max,
because I think the
Oh,
PS4 has a great design in my opinion.
anything look
Nice.
different on that?
HDMI out? I can't see.
No, it's
That's
that is
nice.
a USB.
USB.
USB. I think it's a USB B. Out video out.
Oh, video. Okay, I thought it was some
it's
kind
a
of out.
modded Japanese model of the
Oh
3DS.
wow! So you could do gameplay.
Yeah, I do. I
For
kept
Virgo.
all my
Yeah.
3DS and 2DS games or DS games on that.
All right, so that was the list there.
I'm surprised they didn't put the regular NES on there.
Oh, isn't
Instead,
that
they
ugly
just put
console?
the mini.
The NES.
So ugly.
Oh, I like the way the NES looks. I like it better than the Famicom.
Oh yeah, Famicom's just beastly, right?
I
It's just-
like the
it's not-
SNES.
Famicom looks like, what are you doing? And why can't I detach these controllers?
Yeah. I also have another article up. I'm going to trash that article.
This is the greatest topic ever to talk about because this
It's
is where
designs.
fanboys come to ignite each other in gasoline, and we're just throwing the matches at everything because, like, it's there's no right answer, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
15 coolest limited edition consoles of all time.
Oh.
I wonder if
have
they're
what
gonna
you
put
have.
the PS4 on there too, because
Nothing
the
good about
PS4 the PS4 they did like a limited edition of that console where they had the PS1 colors on it with the classic like gray color and the buttons and stuff.
Yeah, some of these I didn't know existed. All right, that's going to be rare. And you know what? I like the Switch, but that's kind of a cop out because they just have it on the dock and the controller. But Smash Brothers is legit. I have a limited edition. I have the Pro Controller Smash Brothers somewhere, and I have the Steelbook Smash Brothers because I like collecting
I never
Steelbooks.
got into Smash at all. I guess I missed the because Melee is it Melee on GameCube or is it Brawl?
I don't remember I can't remember the names.
Either way, that's why I
I
probably didn't dig
remember
into it.
Melee.
I remember there was a Smash Brothers game on the Wii too. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
there's
the
since the N64.
yeah.
N64. Now that was an interestingly
Now
designed
this
console.
is a cool one. I didn't know about this one. The Witcher 3 Xbox One. That's
I just
probably
didn't like the controller on this.
the Xbox One.
Hmm.
The way that
Yeah,
looks.
the regular Xbox
Now
one.
this one I have.
N64 controllers. I wasn't
This
a big
one
fan.
I have.
The
that
That
three-legged
looks
ones.
cool.
I have the box and everything.
Ooh.
Darth Vader, Battlefront.
Oh, I have that one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah, I got that one, the Destiny 1, the Destiny 2 one,
Oh my!
the God of War PS4 Pro one. Oh my gosh. I've got two others. I can't remember, but yeah, I've got those. Yeah.
I can't remember if I asked you. Did you do a collection tour or video yet? Those get really good engagement, and people want to see those.
No, I haven't bothered that yet. This is my little. I don't know. I thought about doing a room tour, and I'm like, people probably don't want to see my collection. It's kind
Yes,
of.
we do.
It's not that impressive. I don't think. I'm looking
Yeah.
around though. I guess I don't know. I just.
This is one I would have liked. I thought about getting it back in the day, and I didn't. I regret it.
The
Classic
controller's sweet. The main console is not
cool.
that great.
Classic NES game.
Oh, this
Boy
one,
Advance.
that's pretty dope.
Nintendo 3DS XL Zelda Majora's Mask Edition. I have a 3DS XL, the Zelda, a different Zelda one. But
Oh
not
yeah,
that
I've
one.
got the new 3DS Zelda one with the etching on it and stuff. That's pretty cool.
The gold Nintendo 64. I have this.
64.
I
have
have the
this.
Donkey Kong color one. The
It's
jungle
too bad
green.
it's not made of actual gold though.
Didn't like a company make those gold plated consoles?
I don't
Like-
know.
heard
I don't know
that.
about that one.
Oh, there's the baby. That's.
The Wind Waker or Wii U.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like the
that's-
Wii U.
Me too. I am a big fan of the Wii U.
I'm just the only thing I'm concerned about with the Wii U is how it's going to
The Wii
be
U
in the
was cool.
future because the controller breaks, you're done. You can't
Yeah.
buy a replacement controller. You have to buy a whole new Wii U.
Like the Wii U, if it had a different name and was marketed a little bit better, would have been more successful. What I love about Wii U is everything about it. Just it feels like you're in a warm blanket when you put a game in. Or you're in the main menu. Everything seems to be happy and fun in that system.
Mhm.
It kind of
Yes.
seems like
Just didn't get
Nintendo gave
supported.
up on the Wii U.
They
Yeah.
did. They
Just
did
like
the Switch
Sony gave up
controller.
on the Vita.
Yeah.
Same
The
thing.
Minecraft Xbox One, I don't like that design at all. I don't,
Yeah, I'm not a.
Are you
Minecraft
guys
guy.
into Minecraft? Because I'm not.
no.
I'm playing Dungeons. Dungeons is super fun. That game.
Minecraft Dungeons.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I haven't played
like,
it yet.
Minecraft, I've been on and off.
Diablo Light.
Another SP. Another 3DS. Xbox
Halo.
360 Halo.
I actually
that's
like
all
the
right.
design of the
Oh, yeah, the Halo version.
Xbox 360.
I have the original Xbox Halo edition in green,
That's a nice system.
and I have
Yeah.
it modded. Tony Hawk. This one just looks like someone, custom. It doesn't look like it came out.
Wow.
It's interesting though.
Yeah.
I never saw this one before. Char Aznable GameCube. I never knew they did this one.
I
The
guess
one-
it's a Gundam character. It says.
Okay. The one I wanted was that Panasonic one that plays DVDs, just because I like the look of it. Not that
the Q?
not that it plays DVDs. I don't care about that part. Just it looks cool.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stuff about that one that it breaks down quite easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warhammer 40K PSP. And this one that looks really interesting. It looks like the Hitman case, the Hitman PS4. All right.
Did you guys ever see the Hitman movies? There was 2 of them. There was one like in 2007 or 2006, and then there was one more recently called like Hitman something. I forget the title of it.
No, I didn't check I didn't check the Hitman out. The one I'm going to go back and watch is Assassin's Creed, even though I've heard bad things about
You know
it.
what? I didn't. My wife and I watched that, and we were just desperate for movies, and it was on. It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, but that franchise deserves a much better film adaptation, in my opinion. I think that franchise, no matter
I
what,
hope they get another shot. I hope they get another
it's
shot.
just a fascinating world to explore more. And the movie was it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing ever made.
All right, so now I'm going to open a box, Pete.
All right,
My
cool,
seat.
man. You're
All right,
on
now-
borrowed time. I'm just giving you a 20-minute alert.
All right, sure.
I still wanted one of those, but I just don't know which one to buy because there's like 50 versions of it, Max.
Well, this one looks cool. I didn't even open it yet. I bought this a long time ago, and I just haven't tried it yet. I hope it works because it's past the
Well,
receipt.
you're about to open up your SNES box soon, so you can play your SNES games on it, right?
Yeah. Yes, I can. I could play this right now if I wanted to. Hopefully to work. I
You
heard
gotta
really
hope
good
that-
things
well, you
about it.
just
I
can't-
bought this at a resale shop.
Dude,
And-
open it. Don't tease me and not open it.
Oh,
What's
I
wrong with
wasn't
you?
gonna I wasn't gonna open this. I was
Why
gonna
not?
open. I could, but then I will go past the 20 minutes. I was gonna
Yeah.
open my SNES games to see what I have.
Max,
here.
I might not come back on your channel. You just can't put a box in front of me and not open
I
it.
know. I tease you.
Does it have cellophane on it? Because that's my arch nemesis.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, good. You're fine.
I
then.
brought my
Technically, it's
stuff for
technically been
show and
already
tell.
been opened.
Okay. Well, we'll save that sci-fi because I got to show the games while Pete's still here. This is a Super Famicom game. It's only released in Japan. It's like a Mickey and Donald game that they like go to the parks.
Oh, Disney games were so good on the SNES, and
But this was only released in Japan, and I got it for my Retron. It'll also play on the Superboy.
and it would play on what else could play Super Nintendo games? Oh no, that's the retro USB AVS that I plays.
All right,
NES.
this I bought the import because the US version is ridiculously expensive. Hagane.
Never heard of it, man.
It's a ninja game. I think it was a Blockbuster exclusive in the
Oh,
US.
that's probably why I didn't hear it. We didn't have Blockbuster.
But
growing
then
up.
I got the import. This is still expensive, if I remember.
Usually, Super Famicom games and Famicom games are fairly reasonably priced compared to US versions of them.
Here's a Bonk game.
Why do you have so many imports?
Well, when I got the Retron 3 and it played imports, I don't have a lot of imports. I have like five of them. They're
A
just
lot of
like
times the menus are in English anyway. So
yeah, Bonk. I love Bonk.
well, Bonk is an amazing. Bonk's Revenge on the Turbo is one of my favorite games, man. That game is so well crafted. The
And
jump is a little iffy, but
This is Poppin'. I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got 3 together or something.
sweet.
And it's like one of those shmups.
I've got Donkey Kong Country 2 is the only import I own, and it was given to me as a gift by a friend.
Super Game Boy, and I don't even have any more Game Boy games. I sold them. $5.
It's awesome.
Congo's Caper, which is basically Joe and Mac 3.
Wow.
Yeah, Joe and Mac, another great franchise, right? Like,
Yeah. Did you
Joe and
play
Mac
this one though?
no, I haven't played that. I played the other Joe and Macs. I haven't gotten around. I'm just working on my SNES collection.
Yeah, they completely changed the character for this one. It's a
You like
really
to
good
send me
game.
a tweet or DM on that one, Max, because I love side-scrolling Joe and Mac Adventure Island style games, so I'd like to collect that one if I can.
Oh, okay.
So just, I mean, I'll forget the name by the time I get off the stream.
Sure.
That's pretty cool.
Hook, which I had Hook for the Sega CD.
Oh yeah, I just got it on the NES. I just got Hook on the NES. I haven't played it yet, but I heard it's okay. So I'm looking forward to it.
I might not be able to show all these in one video.
I'll be back another
Yeah.
time.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it'll be 2 hours long.
Yeah, man.
I'll have to go quicker.
I want to talk about this PS5 stuff.
WrestleMania. Oh yeah, Oh man, I didn't realize how long this would take. Rival Turf. It's beat 'em up.
I'll give you some tips on how to do proper unboxings to get you refined and get you going there.
Yeah, Darius Twin. It's a
It's a good
schmuck.
game. Shooters are awesome. I love shooters.
Jurassic Park. This is beat up. I don't even know if I played
Oh,
that.
the old Jurassic
gets
Park.
a bad rap, right? The Genesis version is side scroller, and the Super NES version is top down, kind of isometric kind of view. Once you get past the initial cage where all the raptors are, and figure out the timing to jump and stun and switching weapons, that game gets fantastic. That's my own opinion. I know it's probably controversial, but I prefer the SNES Jurassic Park over the Genesis one.
Okay, cool. I have to look at
I'm the only guy in the world to ever say that.
I don't remember. I have to go back and play them. I forget.
But don't quit on it right away, Max. You got to play the first. You got to get used to the jump shoot mechanic.
Stargate.
Oh, I want that.
Buster
Oh, wow.
Brothers.
Stargate.
Wait, no, you got to go back. Stargate's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I'm rewatching it.
I like the movie.
I don't know if I played this one much.
The movie was great. The TV show after season 1, when they got rid of all the hokiness and Thor got in it, best TV show ever made in sci-fi. I've said it.
Yeah.
Better than what's it? Star Trek Next Generation.
I'll try to go quick, and then you just tell me if you want me to stop. Roadrunners Death Valley. I never played that.
That's a fun game. That's kind of like a racing platforming kind of game.
T2.
That one is that I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh, you're hitting me with so much games now. I'm like
X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, because I'm trying to show as many as I can. Batman Forever.
Oh, X-Men? Heck yeah.
Batman Forever's not bad. Batman Returns, I believe, is the better game.
Speaking of Batman Forever.
Ranma One Half.
Never seen that before. Which one's this? Whoa, what'd you
Oh,
get up
that's cool.
there? Oh, is it all 4 movies on? Is it the 4 Schumacher ones or the 3 Schumacher? 2 Schumacher ones.
There's only 2 Schumacher ones.
It's all the
There's
4
the 2
original ones,
versions,
yeah.
right? Hey, so
I
read
can't
the
remember if he.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some good ones.
Can I give my take on the best Batman ever? Or am
Yeah.
I going to just piss everybody out?
No, go ahead. This is movie and game talk.
Max, you already know it, Max. You already know my best Batman.
Do I? I can't remember.
I said it on your show, and
I have a bad memory. Is the problem? Is it?
the only Batman to truly be as Batman is in the comics is Ben Affleck. The only one who
Oh,
actually.
okay, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's not too controversial. I mean,
it
we all
can be.
like Ben
It-
Affleck.
No, well, here we do, but not on the internet. That is.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Stone Protectors is a great beat 'em up.
Dude, you got some really good games, Max, in your SNES that I'm jealous. I want Stargate. I want the Joe and Mac S game.
Well, if I ever sell them, I'll let you know. I was gonna plan on keeping these.
dude, I don't like buying my friends' games.
Well, if I
I feel
decide to
bad.
get rid of, if I decide to get rid of them, that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll give you a
But
good.
you know what I
deal.
mean?
I won't give you like.
that guy that's
won't do-
always poaching.
No, because I'm gonna get an EverDrive. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure if I'm gonna keep all of them or not. I'm not sure. Hyperzone. Turtles in Time, definitely.
Dude, that
Remember
game
playing F-Zero?
Time is amazing, and hold on to
Oh,
that
Turtles
game.
in Time was awesome.
Pricing is going through the roof. If you're ever going to get rid of that, you could get a mint for that one.
Metal Combat, which I have an extra Super Scope. I don't know if it works though. I have a box Super Scope too, which I have a CRT in my game room. So this is
3.
a Super Scope game. I love that game.
Sorry, a bunch of guys that I'm used to interacting with on my channel are here. Great,
Yeah,
welcome.
Interact with
Glad-
the chat because I'm gonna miss the chat going over this.
Whoever's
Super
here,
hard pipe.
whoever's here is usually on my channel. Please throw some love to Max and to Sci-Fi. And
Yeah, I
to-
had to show my. I had to
guys.
Yeah,
show my
smash the
gaming.
like button.
I had to show my gaming
Sci-Fi does
credibility.
great breakdowns of what's the latest one you've done, Sci-Fi?
Well, the last one I did was of Red Dawn, the
I did that
80s
one. I
Cold War
watched that.
movie.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if I watched. Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah.
Definitely. Super Double Dragon, which is this was cheaper to get this version than the US version, which you have on the Evercade now. This is more.
I had
this
that
is
game.
this is more expensive to get loose
Super Double
than it is
Dragon.
on the Evercade.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for Double Dragon 3 now on the NES.
This is a must get for SNES.
Batman Returns. Yep.
This is such a great beat 'em up. It was only a beat 'em up on.
I always loved the movie video games that came out during that time.
Oh, another bonk.
Yeah,
I guess I do have.
I had
more.
like Aladdin.
Aladdin, Lion King, any Disney game from the NES and Super NES era
Oh,
are
yeah.
usually fantastic. Like the Donald
Maybe
Duck, the DuckTales. I mean, oh my god,
Maybe I'll have to split this into 2 parts.
DuckTales on the NES
Yeah.
is one of my favorite games. I love that game.
Or it'll go on for 3 hours.
We order,
Yeah,
we
Super
obey.
Buster Brothers.
Sales, yeah, that was
Anthony, you're nuts.
Daffy Duck.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll have to do. I can't do them all today.
Cool. Let's. Yeah, man. I'm really. You've got much better games in your collection, Max, than I do.
yeah.
Goof. Well, I did it at the right time.
It's okay. Goof Troop is a little different. It's
30 years in.
Goof Troop is
Tasmania.
more of a puzzle-ish kind of game.
Super Off Road, and then answer in the chat your favorite console design.
That
and
was
then
fun.
which- all right, I'll do these last ones and I'll be done. I didn't even. I have some rare ones too.
Well, you've already done some rare ones.
Battle Clash is another super.
Yep.
Is it Super Scope? I forget.
The gun peripheral.
Yeah, Super Scope. I love light guns. Captain America and the Avengers. The arcade game I love. The ports on the home. The Genesis
Arcade game was fantastic.
99 used.
Bugs Bunny Rabbit Revenge. I don't know if I played this one.
Looney Tunes are great.
Final Fight 3. Yes. I think this is expensive if I can remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
all those
yes.
games now, the Streets of Rage, Final Fight
Final
games are going.
Fight, the first one. This is a really good game. Mystical Ninja.
That is good. That is a good game for sure.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's not bad. That one's pretty good. It's hard as heck though.
Yeah, it's like the Super Star Wars.
I did a stream of that and I deleted the stream. I was so bad in it. Like I finished the stream, like screw that, it's getting deleted.
Final
Yeah,
Fight
Super
2,
Star Wars is hard.
which my favorite Final Fight is 3 because they added more moves, although it's a little bit too easy. That's the
Oh,
only
Trav28 mentioned Spider-Man Carnage games. Great games. Difficult, challenging as all heck, but great games.
Oh yeah, I have to get some of the. I don't know if
That
I
red
have those.
cart, that red cart. Even though the gray cart, there is a gray cart of that. That's apparently super rare. I've got the red cart, but
All right, so that's all I'm going to show for today because also it's going to end soon. But I do want to get your thoughts on. I think we have to ask Pete anyway. What is your favorite design? Just the design on the next gen. I think it's pretty obvious.
aesthetically pleasing. I'm
Yes.
gonna. It's a tie.
Okay. Oh, I'm surprised. All right.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna be honest. I don't bullshit.
Okay.
Or bullshit, I should say, because it's family-friendly stream. I love the Amico for the fact that its form, its functionality, it's got a wireless charging base on there. It is lights up. It does all the things that talks to me. It's rounded edges. It's got really nice style. It's different.
It glows.
What's tied with it, and I didn't think it was going to be, is the PS5 SAD, the discless one. Because
Okay.
I was in the camp of I'm not buying a PS5. I don't want a
Okay.
PS5. I don't want an Xbox One. But when I saw them come out with the digital version, it spoke to me because A, I'm going digital in that generation anyway. it's going to be more affordable. But then I looked at the design and saw the sleekness of it, the lights, the curvature, the risk they took. It reminds me of a PlayStation version of, they took the Amico's, a lot of the aspects of what makes Amico cool, rounded edges, lights, kind of different approach to it, and they put that on their generation of products. And I honestly think right now they stand beside each other, but representing two different markets and two different approaches to gaming. And I love both of those, but I just think right now it's a tie for me because I love the sad version of it. I think it's because I find the disc on the PS5, that version of it, it makes it a little bit too like, it looks like it was just smacked on, said, okay, curved edges. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not the disc doesn't really go in the design. It's just like it's there. Like they didn't implement it into the design much. It's just
I love the Amico, and I like Amico is probably nudges ahead just a bit because of the fact I don't need to buy a separate charge station to charge my controllers wirelessly, whereas the Amico does it straight out of the box, and they're both really good looking systems in different ways. So it's a tie with a little bit of the edge, I guess, going to the Amico.
All right, I'm not trying to kiss butt to Tommy, but I just the designs for the Series X in the PS5 just do nothing for me. The controllers I like the controllers. I do really like the PS5 controller more than the X. Like it looks cool, but I also think the PS4 controller was great as it is. So I mean, there's nothing here that says it's improved. It's just a different design to me. Like if there's nothing to improve, I don't like consoles that stand up like that.
Max, don't you think the controller on the new PS5 looks a lot like the PS4 and the Pro controller on the Switch had a baby?
Yeah, it does.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It just seems like unnecessary. I guess they really wanted to make it look different to base for the new console
thicker,
design.
right? It's thicker, that's about it. But I
mean, I'm sure it'll be comfortable.
Yeah, that Amico though, man, it certainly is
Xbox
sexy
controller
looking.
looks the same.
Yeah. Oh, I got a surprise guest.
Oh, he must have heard I was bashing the
Hey,
Amico.
Tommy. I'm thanks for coming in.
Hey.
This episode of the Completely Necessary podcast, which is the idea is to actually get people talking. Oh, Pete left? That's a first. Is to bring in movie talk guys like back into gaming. Like also we've been around the house more. Gaming's on a boom. And to really focus on the design. I'd actually like to get, I know you don't want to throw heat on the competition, but the design wise, we're talking about the PS5, Series X, and the Amico. And I know some people, some of my own viewers are like, "Oh, are you the Cult of Tommy and Amico show?" But no, I really appreciate how much thought went out into. And this isn't talking about the game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw you have a shirt yourself.
Hey, where's your shirt? You're only wearing it for me now, or what?
What's going on? The OEB. Well, that was yesterday. What do you think? I wear 2 days in a row? What do you think here?
I think you're working so hard on the Amico, you don't even get any sleep. You're just on streams all the time. Yeah, I do think that. But basically, give you props.
Okay.
I think
I don't know. Ours looks the coolest.
I think it does.
I'm biased, but I mean,
No, it does.
Okay, if you had to give a second place.
I mean, if I go to second place, you got to go with the PlayStation 5, the router, you know. The router over the refrigerator. But
yes.
I you know what's weird is that, you know, so the PlayStation 5, you know, I saw a picture of it on its side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, because tower, I don't know, like that's not going to fit in anyone's thing. So it's
right.
really,
that's
it's
how
really going to be on its side. And when it's on its side, it kind of looks even more strange to me.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
It's uneven.
I don't like it on its side, and that's how I would put it in my home entertainment.
A lot of people like it. I mean, you know, there's you know, I've seen I've watched a lot of stuff since it came out, and a lot of people like it. So it's not, you know, I don't think it's a total disaster. I just personally, but see, I'm so biased. What am I going to say?
Well, I mean, that's something else that's drawn me.
At least I'm honest.
Right. That's something else that's drawn me back to, and I never had an Intellivision growing up.
Yeah.
This can be my first Intellivision console. Mm-hmm. I like the design. I like console design, not just even gaming. It's something interesting. It's all the functions right there.
Yeah.
It's not going to take up a lot of space, and I just like it. I gotta. People are gonna. My own viewers are gonna say, oh, it's because Tommy's here. No, I prefer this. If I had to pick a second one,
Gotta be the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But you got the
to me,
wrong
it's-
one up though. You got to put the PlayStation SAD up, not the PlayStation with the disc, because the PlayStation with the disc looks weird. I agree with Tommy. It looks like I already said it
Yeah,
before
the
you come
other one
on.
looks better. Yeah.
The SAD looks a lot better because it's uniform in its flow. But yeah, I think the Xbox, I think they went pure functionality to cool the beast. And
Yeah.
I don't think they're in the conversation, to be honest with you.
how much thought went into the design? Did you go through lots of designs before you finalized on the Miko designs?
Oh yeah. I mean, and it's funny. I've never really talked about this, so it's actually kind of cool that you guys are. This is a great opportunity to kind of talk about what I'm about to talk about, which is the design. You sit down with a whole bunch of creative, awesome people, and they start like really kind of picking my brain. Right? It wasn't like I got my Wonka book out and just like chicken scratched an idea I had. It was all about what was I they would associate like words. Like, for example, they'd say they gave me a list of probably 100 different words. Words like excitement and family and dark and just all these different adjectives and stuff like that. And they said, look, when you think of Amico and Intellivision, like, tell us what are these words, like, here's a list of 100, pick out like your favorite 20 words, right? And that reminds you. So, again, I was picking out things like, family and excitement and energy and retro and gosh, I'm trying to think of passion. What else? There were it's lots of things. Like friendly, things. And it's funny. So you kind of, bring it down. It's like, okay, it's friendly, but it's excitement. It's, it's for the home, but it's passion, like Italians at passion, right? And then so they have the words, and then they said, look, can you just start sending us images of things that you would maybe associate with Amico. and I sent him a whole bunch of pictures of Ferraris.
Oh yeah.
But the curves, not like,
Yes.
oh, here's
Okay.
just a car. It was a vent, or it was the way the back light went like this, or the way and that's a really bad angle of it, the one that's the wood grain that you currently have up there right now. It's but if you look at it from like a different angle, you can kind of see here. So you can
Well, it's kind of like more like
you can kind of see like vents there, and we changed this 5 or 6 times. These are all lights around.
What color is that?
Like even the vent back there, and this isn't the final design, by the way. The final design. Hey, there's Jeremy.
Hey guys.
I see what it takes, Jeremy.
but like even see how this is like up, and the bottom is you can see the the grooves kind of here in the bottom. And one of the big things that made a difference in the final design, because you'll notice that when we did our first couple of trailers, and if you look at older Intellivision Amico pictures, what you'll notice is the LED lights were more like here. Let me do. The LED lights were more on the top here, and so they were thicker. And we actually had this whole section was all lights here. It was a triple. In fact, I don't know if I have an older one. Oh no, it's probably downstairs. An older design, but anyway, so the lights were a lot thicker. You can go on Google right now and look at them, and you'll notice that the lights, if you held it like this, the lights were actually, partly in there as well. But as soon as we kind of, and the reason we took that off is because in manufacturing, and these are all the things that you go back and forth a million times, right? But in manufacturing, having this be one piece, that you didn't have to worry about
seams and
this coming up and then lining up with the light and this and that.
Yeah.
There's yes, you could do it. You could do anything, but in manufacturing, if you're going to be manufacturing millions of these things, you want there to be the least amount of potential problems.
Yeah.
Right. And the seam on that would have been a potential problem. But now that it's just kind of one piece, you can see it's one piece now, right?
Yeah.
You can see it's all, there's the light, but this whole thing is one piece. And then the other thing about that is, and the same with this top here too, when we're doing the special limited editions, we have to do them in a different way. There's different paint, there's different, processes that we're using, different molds for the different types of paint in the plastics, lots of different crazy stuff. And so again, having this be its own piece, it's easier to do, different types of finishes and things like that. And because this is one flat piece, we can have different, this could be different from the well as well. So even on the purple, on the Galaxy Purple, this part is going to be, this part's going to be like the iridescent, kind of purple with a little hint of blue. But then this will just be like a dark, this will just be like a purple plastic or whatever. But then when you put these in, this will also be, that same kind of, the metallic, the same as this. So when you have both of the controllers in, it'll all be, the whole flat piece, or all of this will be the iridescent purple. But then when you take it out, you'll actually see the purple inside. So it's like a tri-color thing. And then this will be a different silver, because this plastic will also tie in to the bottom of this. And the same goes with the controllers, right? So with the controllers, you're going to have, so this top will be the iridescent. And then this part here will match the band of, there. And then the bottom will match the bottom of the plastic here. So it all kind of, works together. But in fact, so the design of this went through hundreds of different, but I can tell you this, that let me see if I even have it. I've never shown this to anyone, but let me see if I can, if I have like the very first original.
World first.
Hey, Pete and Jeremy, you could clip this part out if he shows something cool. Don't.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have so much Amico stuff. It's
I know.
crazy. Well, wait, I'm running out of videos because Tommy doesn't talk so much anymore and give away his secrets.
I know, right?
I've been trolling him, but you know what? He's busy, I guess, building a console and running a major company.
Yeah. Tommy, just so you have,
he's not listening to me right now, anyway.
No, I'm listening. I'm just
trying to do two things at once.
I'll remember that. I'll clip that.
No.
Well, just to give you, this is what happens on the Completely Necessary podcast, Tommy, because the majority of my viewers are movie fans, but we have some.
Okay.
I got a movie fan here. Taylor M is a great guy. He says that the Amico looks very, very cool design. That's from someone that's, I mean, he probably is into gaming too, but that's from like outsider. And my wife, who says, stop collecting video games. You have too many. She's like, oh, you're getting another one. When I started talking about the Amico, I was like, I was going to talk to Tommy Tallarico. She's like, okay, that's cool. you're going to get another system? I'm like, yes. And she's like, oh, come on. And then I showed her the Galaxy Purple, and she's like, that looks pretty cool.
Hey, Matt.
So that's the one I I mean,
Max,
that's yeah.
put up Eddie's comment.
Okay, let me see.
That's just me.
Hold on, let me see Eddie's comment.
Oh,
Oh,
Sony CEO's not here. Maybe
Really?
maybe one day. No, I really appreciate about that.
That's the difference.
You have
right
time
there.
for everyone. Yeah, that's
Hey, you know what?
That is 100% Amico. A CEO out of his busy day pops in. Well,
Is
your
this
channel is
Is
pretty
this
big.
the first time you've been involved at all with a console launch, like a design?
No, with the design, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. Oh God, this is ugly.
Okay.
It's so ugly. But it'll show you like where it kind of started from, and oh my God, those are ugly. Okay, you got to see these because they're so ugly.
All right.
But you'll get the idea. So let me see. I need to share. I'm just reading this to make sure there's nothing that like shouldn't.
Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Share. Share everything, Tommy.
There's nothing.
We can edit it out later.
Yeah, we're not live.
Yeah, right.
I always freak out when I try to share my desktop and say, am I going to share something I'm not supposed to?
Are you able to say anything? Are things looking like they could be on track, or is it too early to tell?
Yeah,
with the launch date.
We're still 10/10, but
Okay.
oh God, this is funny. Yes, okay, this is the one that I was looking for. Okay, this is cool. So the company I worked with, it was located in Columbus, Ohio, and then let me see. Let me get up a picture too of this.
Sorry, I didn't mean to keep you late, Pete. I know.
My kids are in the bath right now. Hopefully,
Okay.
there's someone supervising them.
All right, good.
Nah, don't worry about it. They're fine.
Don't worry about
This is the
I'm just gonna
company
sleep
that's
on the
all
couch
about
tonight,
kids.
that's all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where is it? Okay, I want to show. Where is dates? Okay, I'm about to share. Hold on. I'm just.
I know I'm going to have a controller collection problem when the Amico starts doing because you said you're selling the limited edition controllers on their own.
Yes.
I think you said it. So I'm going to have thanks a lot, Tommy. You're going to create a problem for me.
Okay. I got everything. I got some stuff here. Let me close those. And what do we got there? Okay, so I'm going to shut that one off. Right? Can I do that? Oh, no. I can show that one too. Okay. All right, cool. Let me share. How do I share? Let me see.
See share screen at the bottom of the.
There it is. Share screen in StreamYard. Okay.
And then go to the Chrome tab. Hopefully you're in Chrome. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how it works on the other ones.
Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Okay, we'll share screen. Whatever.
For sure, Tommy's got a good computer.
Yeah, it's pretty screaming. Entire screen. Allow.
Okay.
Can you see me? Or you see the screen?
Or see us?
Yeah.
This, the kind of the curve of the bottom there, and that remains. The disc we shrunk down a lot. You can see how big the disc is here. I also wanted to make sure the disc was like, see how it's, it like cups in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a curve, so it's not flat. The original Intellivision disc was, just straight across, right? But this one, you can see it comes in a little bit. You can see kind of the front, and you can see that's the J50 Ferrari. It's one of my favorites.
How did we not guess that you said you sent it to your designers? I'll send a picture of Ferraris with it. Family friendly, but Ferraris too.
You can see kind of some of the other designs that never made.
Okay.
Hey, that kind of looks like a PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I like the design you went with a lot better. Not that this is bad.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can see some of them were like kind of crazy. That was interesting, right? That one looks like
that one
Xbox.
kind of looks like a Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
Xbox.
That looks like Johnny 5 or something. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can see kind of some of the stuff.
Projector, that one.
But here's like some of the images I was sending, right? So the J50, these are all, that's a Ferrari concept car. That's the most beautiful, most expensive car ever in the world. That's a Ferrari 250 GTO. They only made, I believe, 32 of them. This goes for like $50 to $60 million. It's the most expensive car.
Why do they call them a GTO? Is that out of respect to Ford?
No. GTO just means Gran Turismo. GT
okay.
is sorry, not Gran Turismo, Grand Touring.
We have a question too.
So a GTO, Ferrari did it first. Ford and everything did it after, and that's basically that's why I call it GTO Red. Mm-hmm. Was for kind of Ferrari as opposed to Ford, but other companies used it as well. But again, just different things. These are all like images that I was sending them, like for the disc, and there's a LED around the disc, and just different curvatures and things. This was a big one too. The BMW key. I thought that was if you look at that, you can kind of see a little bit of like Amico-age in there, awesome. a little bit, but yeah, we had the the screen and the VMU. These are just like mood boards, These aren't even really. There's some of the words. Friendly as opposed to aggressive, simple as opposed to sophisticated. You can see like
futuristic. I like it.
Yeah, so they would say, look, what do you show us where on the thing, and the reason this is futuristic as opposed to retro is because the retro images were really like ugly stuff from the 70s and shit. So I figured I'd rather have it look futuristic and then add wood grain to futuristic. Like I thought that would be way cooler than to design something that looked like something from the 70s and then, so, but again, you can see it like what obvious, easy as opposed to challenging, flowing as opposed to linear. Cause I like the curves, what's gaming over entertainment, new. I want it to look new, not old. Male, female, right down the middle. Should it be smaller or larger? I didn't want it like super tiny, but I wanted it, do you want it to like have a polarizing design or an aligned? So you can see it's kind of interesting. And even this one was, look at this one, Ferrari, Audi. Right. Like, why did you even ask me that? Yeah. But even this, a lot of people might find that interesting, Volkswagen to Lamborghini. And the reason I leaned it more Volkswagen is because Lamborghini is a very aggressive design. It's very like Ferrari is more kind of classy, curvy lines, sure. But Lamborghini is just like a spaceship. And I love Lamborghini, but I'm just saying and whereas Volkswagen's like a car for the everyman, right? That's why it was kind of, created in the first place. And so I wanted it to be a little more like, I didn't want to scare people away. Like Lamborghini's design would scare women away, right? So anyway, and then this was another, these are some of the refinements. So again, it's starting to take shape here, right? But it's still kind of ugly. And you can see where this whole thing used to be a light and, it didn't really have this was thin up top here still. The disc is still way too big. There's the overhead view, very different now, but same. Look at the back of that. Looked like a Lamborghini or something. We didn't know what plugs we were going to use or anything like that. This is all just, look how thin that was too. The screen was still tall, right? So we didn't know what kind of screen we were going to use. We didn't know this. That obviously, has gone a long way, which we spent a lot of time on that. This didn't have the Running Man on it yet. I'm like, let's put a Running Man there. Yeah. You can see the different lights and stuff. So yeah, anyway, those are some of the things. How do I stop?
I could take it. You done sharing?
Yeah, take it off. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll remove it. Thanks for sharing that.
Awesome.
I think it's safe to say with the Amico and the television, design of the console itself is actually more important than the PS5 and Series X, because they're basically, it's more about graphic capabilities and next level. But I think it shows how much thought you put into it and how important it is to actual product. Like, I think also the Amico's really going to shine. I know you have a partnership with GameStop. When people see it in person, hopefully they could do that. Are they going to be able to do that at GameStops too? Because your partnership with GameStop.
Say that again. Sorry, it broke up a little bit.
Are you going to be because you have the partnership with GameStop, the limited edition? Are consumers able to try it out there too? Is that something that's you're looking into?
Oh, yeah, for sure, absolutely.
I think it's one of those things where you see it in person. The simplicity really sells it. Everything is right there that you need. I like that. I hate buying chargers and batteries and all that. Just for I have consoles that do that, and it drives me nuts. I don't want more clutter. And definitely, let me see here. Yeah, thanks. I was looking at the private chat. Thanks for coming in.
Blues Tech. Jeremy's brother asked, why did you move away from the 2 USB ports in the front? Just curious. That's due to the the design, that because we wanted lights in the front, and we also, because we were going to go in with the with the onboard charging here, we weren't sure, were we going to go with wireless? Were we going to go with wired USB C? We didn't know any of that stuff yet. So yeah, in order to for a normal thing, you'd take a wire, the USB C, and then it would naturally go in the front. But we're not. We've changed some things that, and I'm not going to say what just now because it's a announcement that we're doing at the end of July, early August. But there's a reason that we gosh, I can't really say, but there's a reason why Blues Tech and what's your brother's name? Jeremy. What's his real name?
Jeremy had I think they had some family obligations. They had to duck out.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But Blues Tech, I'm sorry I don't know your real name, but let me know in the comments. Aaron. Sure. Okay, Aaron. Sorry, Aaron. So there are some things there, Aaron, that once in a month from now, you'll be able to it'll make sense to you, and I'll have a personal conversation with you about it to answer your question more specifically. But it has something to do with our BOM, the BOM, Build of Materials, and I'll explain more now. If I did now, it would kind of ruin something we have that we haven't announced yet. So anyway, cool. Here's
I have a question.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. Go ahead, Sci-Fi.
Do the controllers charge when you connect them to the console?
Yes. So that's the whole thing. Actually, this was a conversation that me and Aaron were having today. Nice. Earlier today on his channel. So you can see here there's 3 contacts, right? And so there's contacts there as well. Mm-hmm. And so when you put them on, boom, they lock in and they charge. So similar to like my Panasonic phone right here, right? I mean, this is, I've had this sucker for 10 years or something, and it's, the contact charging is, so there's inductive charging. So inductive charging, it's also called Qi charging. It's spelled QI, but it's pronounced Qi. And what that is, it's kind of like, it's like what a lot of the mobile, the latest mobile phones use now, like the Samsung and I think the iPhones do it as well. But that's when you just place it onto a pad, or sometimes they have them in automobiles, right? Where you place them on the pad on your dashboard, and it charges it. And that's called inductive charging or Qi charging. Now, so if you look on our very first video we ever did 2 years ago, you'll see that that we said, it's going to have Qi charging, right? That was one of the things that we were thinking, that we were going to have, because we knew we wanted wireless charging. We didn't want to have you wire it to a wall or wire it to the console in order to charge, right? And so we're like, oh, we'll probably use that one because it's new and it's unique and it's this and that. So once the engineers started to get into it and started doing all these tests, it was like, well, here's the thing to know about induction, and I'm sure Aaron knows this as well, is that Qi charging or inductive charging, it takes a lot longer to charge, so it's not as quick as the contact charging. Okay, so it's not as quick. It's not as reliable. So sometimes if it's like a little bit off, it's not gonna charge as much, and it's a little more faulty. Again, I've had this sucker for 10 years, and I'm sure a lot of folks out there have like wireless phones, cordless phones or whatever, and they're always like really, really good. The only thing you sometimes have to change is the rechargeable battery inside. Limited range, as Aaron said too. But also and then another bad thing is that it's like 5 times more expensive, right? So the Qi charging is more expensive, not as reliable, and takes longer. Now, which one would you pick, right? And so these are the types of cool things that as you're building this, and that was one thing, and I've told this to folks before, is that, one of the things that we always wanted to do is, we wanted to take people along with us, along on this journey, we wanted to say, hey, look, we're kind of building this as we go, right? And it just sucks sometimes when, folks will try to like hold me accountable for something I said 2 years ago that we weren't even sure about.
Right.
That
it wasn't
we were
final,
just kind of like sharing information. They're like, you said there was going to be this, or you said it was going to be that. It's like, dude, we're creating the thing. We're bringing you folks along for the ride. And, you think that instead of being like hateful and trying to like get me in a gotcha moment, you think people would like maybe appreciate that instead.
Well, the alternative is like PS, PlayStation, Xbox are super secret. You're including the consumer on the whole development process. I mean, as much as you can. You're taking this is a very interesting thing. I don't know if I've seen this much interaction with the actual consumer for a console launch as you're doing. It's different. You're including
it's interesting. I've done 6 very successful Kickstarter campaigns for music projects, and one of the fun things for me when doing those projects was interacting with the people and showing them all the steps of the way, like, okay, I'm in the studio today and we're writing this, or now we're over in Prague and we're recording the orchestra, and now I'm at Skywalker Ranch, where George Lucas's place, and here we are mixing, and now I'm at the mastering studio. Look up on the wall. See that? That's Michael Jackson's Thriller. That's U2's Joshua Tree. That's the original Star Wars album. That's the original Raiders of the Lost Ark, all being done here. Right. And here I am sitting in the room with Grammy Awards and gold records and everything, in the room where they mixed all this, or where they mastered all this stuff. And here I am. And people were like, they become so attached to it. Even, yes, it was a crowdfunding campaign for those things. Obviously, Intellivision is not. But it was such a cool feeling. Like, people felt so connected. And so I said early on, I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I want to kind of, bring people along with the journey, with us. Like, what does it take to build a console, or what are the challenges? What is it, what are all the different iterations and things like that? So I thought it would be, really cool to kind of, present it almost like a Kickstarter, the journey, the creation part of it, not the money part, but the creation part of it. It was fun to, get people to, feel like they're a part of this whole process,
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's what's got me all involved. Again,
It's
I
behind the scenes. Yeah.
I didn't have an Intellivision before, but I was like, wow, a console, it's different. And I think you do have to focus if you're not going towards, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's actually a benefit. It's not going for the highest end graphics and everything under the hood. It's about the whole package. Designing a console that's not aiming towards that is really interesting and going a different route. That I was like, I'm still not sold on the PS. I really don't like the PS5 design. I actually prefer the Xbox Series X, even though it's just a fridge.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those things
Yeah.
that'll probably grow on you, though. That's
Yeah.
the thing too. It's like
I mean, the games I'm all about, yeah, but
yeah. See, like the games, I was like, I wanted to see more gameplay and less cinematics.
Yeah.
But and then the gameplay that was shown, and again, I love Sony, so I love Nintendo, I love Sony, I love Microsoft, so I'm not I'm platform agnostic, but as what happens with a lot of first generation games, this is just my own personal thing right now, but like a couple weeks ago, they showed that Unreal Engine, the new Unreal Engine running on like a PlayStation 5. And that was so mind blowing to me. I'm like, oh, this is next gen. Now, that the games are eventually going to get up and eventually looking like that. But because they had planted that seed in my mind, and then when I was watching all the trailers, I was kind of like, yeah, this stuff's really good. It's like PlayStation 4, but a little bit better. But I was thinking it was going to be all, this stuff. But see, that's normal, right? That's normal when you go from one generation to the next. The first round of games are always just like, a little bit better. So those are going to get better and better and better. Second generation games, and then year 3, and then year 4. So like by year 3, I guarantee we're going to see games that are running in real time, like that freaking cool Unreal demo, right? But so anyway, that's just kind of little my own personal thoughts on that. Again, not disappointed because I understand from an industry standpoint, I understand what was happening, but it would be interesting to like, it's like, oh, I want that awesome game. Like I was waiting for like God of War or something to like, or Uncharted to show up looking like that demo, that Unreal Engine demo from a couple of weeks ago, and I just never got it. So for me, I was just kind of like, oh man, damn, I thought they were going to.
That Spider-Man game is the one that did it for me, Miles Morales. You're a big Spider-Man fan
all
too.
Cinematic though, wasn't
That's
it?
true. That's true. I hope one day we get you'll have to work with Disney. I don't know if Disney owns the rights to Spider-Man because of Marvel.
Yeah, Disney. So Disney owns
Sony,
Star Wars. Sony owns the movie rights.
The movie, okay.
Yeah, but Marvel controls. Marvel controls the. So Sony owns the movie rights, but Marvel controls the license.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're working on that Disney. I've
been working on those guys for about a year. Sometimes this stuff takes a long time. Especially with COVID, and Disney's had to lay off a lot of people too. Because of I don't know if they've laid them off. I'll say restructured. I don't want to say lay off, but I know they've restructured a lot of stuff because of they're losing, they're hemorrhaging money right now. But because the theme parks aren't open, and that's a big part of their business.
I'll be interested to see, because we know these licensed games are coming to next gen. If we ever get like I hope we eventually get a Spider-Man game on the Amico. What that would be?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Wouldn't that be something?
Would that be something? I mean, but I would keep it simple, and it would be
right. So I'd be interested
like
to see what that would be. Yeah. So I hope that's a. I appreciate you coming on, Tommy. We'll end it soon. I like the design of the Amico. I also wanted to say, like, what's your favorite console designs? Not just talking about the games, the hardware. What's some of your favorites in the past?
I mean, for me, the Jaguar I thought was awesome.
Oh, really? Okay.
I like the N64. Kind of that curvy kind of cool thing. I actually like. Well, I mean, see, I'm a bit of a weirdo because I have over 200 retro consoles that
Oh.
are like generation 1 and generation 2. So anything from 1972 to about 1985, I have over 200 different consoles. People are like, well, there wasn't 200 different consoles. Oh, yes, there was. There was a lot of Pong.
I gotta remember. I think I was.
I'll show you something real quick. Hold on.
Okay. I searched him on YouTube before. I think he had a Cribs episode. If I can.
I mean, I'll just give you an example of something that probably no one's ever seen before. So this was in Australia only, and you'll notice the quality of all my stuff is brand new. This is the Force 2, is the Fountain video game system, and it's kind of had a little Intellivision-ish vibe to it. This was officially a part of Generation 2. So this would have came out, in the early 80s. You see the cartridge slot right there. So yeah, this is just one random thing. You got the old telephone cords hanging down. But
we need a collection. We need a collection tour one day, Tommy.
We used to have one of those Commodores.
Anyway, so that's just so I have so many that I could tell you, but you'd have no idea what the hell I was talking about. Didn't you have an episode of MTV Cribs back in the day? Yeah.
I have to rewatch that. I can't remember if you showed all the games. I have to. It's been so many years.
No. The best one was Smash JT did a tour of my gaming collection. Probably I think maybe 6 or 8 months ago.
Okay,
that would be the best one to watch. If you put in Smash JT and Tallarico or something, you'll see he does it, and we go through it a lot, including the very, very rare, because I did the actual very first PlayStation demo disc. This is PlayStation 1. So before it was even the system was out, if you pre-ordered it, you'd get a demo disc, and then the demo disc would go in the PlayStation. Every single person who bought a PlayStation 1, the very first one, the first thing they heard was my music. And so I think there were only like about 50 of the very, very first boxes, development kits. And I think there were only like 5 of them in America, and I got one of them, and it's downstairs. So a lot of the PlayStation 1 boxes were blue. The development kits were blue. Those are pretty rare. But the one before that, which like no one's really seen, was like an aquamarine. It was more green than it was blue. And it's so cool. Yeah. And you see that in the Smash JT video as well.
Yeah, I forgot that Smash JT hopped over. I remember he got a ride in the Ferrari. I think those NES punks were up like, oh, you get a ride in a Ferrari.
The stupid thing about that is that so basically like Smash JT or Jeff, he lives down in San Diego, right? And so he's in San Diego. And then I live in Orange County, like southern Orange County. So I'm about maybe half hour to 45 minutes away from San Diego. And then Intellivision is in Irvine, right? So that's what I told him. I says, look, I wanted to show him my collection because we were talking about old game systems. I said, well, look, why don't you come to my house? Stop by at my place. And then I can show you some stuff, and then we'll go up to Intellivision. So it was never like anything that was like pre-planned or, this and that. It was just like,
you seem like that kind of guy. They're just like, okay, let's just do it.
well, and the funny thing is, it's like, well, why would we have taken 2 cars up to Irvine and then 2 cars back to my house? I'm like, just leave your car here. We'll drive up, and then I'll drop you back at my house. And then you can get in your car and leave. No sense in taking 2 cars.
Well, if I'm ever in the neighborhood, believe me, I'm gonna be like, can we take your car, Tommy? Although I don't know if you'll let a masked man in the house. I don't know.
No, it's totally fine. I got a lot of masked around. But yeah. So I mean, that was the funny thing. It was like it got blown up like to make it seem like, oh, come and take a ride. No, I mean, it's just. That was the reason. It was just
just made sense
there.
Hey,
and of course, what car would you going to take? What car would you, if you had a choice? Which one, right?
Yeah,
and I was driving because he didn't know where the office was.
Well,
so of course I'm going to take my car.
I do have a Kia, so
All right. Well, okay.
no. We'll take the Ferrari.
It's faster than a Yugo.
How many? Actually, now off question. How many Ferraris have you had? How many Ferraris?
Well, it's tough to answer that question and not look like a dick.
Okay.
So let's just say
No one's judging you. If that's what you're passionate about, I wouldn't judge you.
well, yeah, but it's a tough one to answer.
Okay.
Let's just say well, I'll say this: I've never sold a Ferrari.
Okay.
I've only bought them. So
Okay.
I keep every one I've ever.
Oh wow.
owned.
Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yes.
like you.
Yeah, I've never
cool.
sold a Ferrari ever.
Wow. You got
I
a
only
Ferrari.
buy them.
That's
They're good investments.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, if you ever want to just give one away, I know a masked man that would take
Yeah,
it.
all right. Well,
No,
you
no.
know, come out to California. We'll give you the shield.
Is it
We'll give you the
Amico?
full-
Is that Amico giveaway?
Well,
Amico
Jared,
and a
you come out-
Ferrari.
Where are you located? Where are you located?
East Coast.
Okay, okay. So East Coast. So if you're ever out in the West Coast, you come out and I'll give you the full shill treatment.
Oh boy, I might have to make a trip.
Make a
After-
trip.
But
this
then you'll
crazy-
really be a shill.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you kidding me? He already is. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He has no choice. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He talked positively about Amico in a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That means he's a shill. You don't get to choose.
Hey,
You
I'm
don't get
buying
to-
it. I'm buying it myself. I'm probably gonna have to do a review because I've been talking about it so much. Yeah, I'll do a review.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Well, thanks for stopping by, Tommy. I don't want to keep
Yeah.
you because I know you're a busy dude and you've been
Awesome.
you've been
I
all over.
appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what we try to do here is have different fan groups come together to talk. Like
I love it.
I try to cover stuff about the Miko, and I'm like, Pete has it covered. He opens every box and he has every topic covered. I'm like, okay, I could cover that, but Pete already did a great job.
Yeah, well, hey, you got some completely brand new exclusive stuff here.
Yeah.
Now I'm
was
gonna
cool
have
see.
to. I'm gonna have to put those pictures out on the internet tomorrow. Now, just to
No,
just to,
well,
say,
I mean,
hey, this-
if you're taking suggestions, it might be really cool for a mini documentary, like 10, 15 minutes
I know,
behind the
yeah.
scenes when you get close to release date.
Yeah.
I know you've been doing stuff with interviews, like with the crew. I don't
Yeah.
know, just an
yeah,
idea.
no, I wish I had a 24-hour documentary Netflix crew following us around. It would be pretty cool. But we've been doing a lot of pictures and taking a lot of videos and stuff.
I'm like, that makes so much sense about the car photos
Yeah.
with the concept art. That was great. Well, thanks, Tommy.
Cool, guys.
Remember to if you haven't subscribed to Jeremy, Super
Yeah.
Jeremy's World, or Open Every Box, go do that now because Pete is having a giveaway and he's almost at 1,000 subs. I'm sure he's going to pass it by the time it's released. And that's a great thing he's doing for the community. Even if you can't afford it, you get a chance. All you have to do is comment on his videos. And I always appreciate everyone stopping by. Go sub to Brian Master of None. Go sub to Tommy. He's got a channel too. He's got some music videos on there, I think. And Sci-Fi Drag. All right. Well, thanks a lot, everyone. I'm going to end it now. Thanks for everyone in the chat and everyone that visited. And thanks for showing up, Tommy. We appreciate it.
All right. No worries, guys. Thank you.